You
really
said
don't.
what percentage of the women that I know in my life that are good women?
However you want to answer it. Do you know any great women? Good women. Jeez.
Well, obviously I know good women.
He's scraping the bottom of the barrel. Nobody good in the
But
world.
I mean, but
why is this even a question?
I think the thing is that I'm judging the women based from a different perspective, though. I'm not trying to date them.
That's why
So,
she's
like,
dateable or marriageable women that's single right now.
So if I had to guess, I have to go off of what the market is saying. And the market is saying only about 35% of y'all are good. Okay. According to what the men out there in the world are saying, about roughly about 35%, 35% of the women are good women. Matter of fact, I asked this question on Hank's show a couple weeks ago, and one of the old fellas on there was like, yeah, it's about 30%. And I don't know about you, Ruth.
Poll.
That's a failure as a group.
Okay, but
There's a poll.
Y'all are not focused on finding the right person. Y'all just focus
No.
on
What they want to say is 100% of women are dateable and marriageable.
I didn't never say that. I said
but that
35.
I'll say 100%. 100% of women are marriageable and dateable, but their behavior determines if they keep the man. So 100% of them are dateable and marriageable. It's on how the woman's maneuvering to keep the man. We valid, no matter what women can say, men validate the woman, just like you validate a man depending on what you're looking for. You go, hey, is this good for me or not? If most men don't find women marriageable and valuable to them in the conversations that we're having, then the market does demonstrate that. But I believe 100% of women are marriageable and dateable, but their behaviors determine if they get kept.
What's the question? The question is, do you know any great women? And
of course, I know great women. The problem is that it does nothing to talk about the great women, because we're talking about the conversation goes to the bad women, correct? If they're
you're
great
not
women,
marry the bad women, though. That's my point. Like, if we're talking about relationships, we never talk about good and great women. So how do the men that never experienced that know? Y'all make it sound so bad, like women are horrible, and for the majority they may be. But what about the good women? What does it look like? What does it
why
sound
are we talking
like?
about the good ones if they're good, though? Why do we have to talk about how great women are if they're good?
Why do we talk about good men then? We shouldn't talk about none of y'all. No, nobody here is good, and all the men are bad.
We don't try to talk about
are bad.
But I'm sure they don't talk about themselves. Bruiser don't talk about themselves. Sweetie don't talk about himself. Marcus and Trev don't talk about themselves. We talk about what's the problem with the data market, correct? They don't make it about themselves.
But see, the thing about it, you got to understand, the woman don't need to be good.
No, they don't.
A good woman is impossible to run into a good woman. She needs to be impressionable. She need to be, her cup need to be not full. Like, her experience need to be limited. You know, she need to be impressionable. And then whatever, because it's subjective to the man. What I find good in a woman is going to be different from Ali. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, can I fill her cup? You know what I'm saying? Is she fillable? If she's not fillable, then she's not worthy of,
But it should be, some things should be subjective, though. Like a good woman, if she's a good woman, she should be typically a good woman to all of us. When she walks in the room, we go, man, God dang.
So let's go there. What is a good, what can we say as a man on this panel is considered a good woman?
One that doesn't use men.
Fit, cooperative, feminine, those are universal. Right. So if let's say she's cooperative, right? She is a person who is considerate, right? There's no man on this earth who would say, or less than 1% of men on this earth would say, if she's considerate, feminine, cooperative, right? She's in shape.
Let's talk about the men on the panel. So Sweeney, you a heavy dude. I'm going to assume that fit is not really a requirement. Now, I'm not listening.
Why are you body shaming me right now?
Definitely body shaming the fuck out of you right now.
You gonna take that? I know you got my
This is not
You know what it is? Because they did say, you know what it is? It be the bald head motherfuckers that got the most to say.
Okay, Sweeney, I give you credit on that. I'm okay. Look, take it as no offense. I'm stereotyping. Typically, bigger guys are okay with a little bit more weight. I didn't mean it in an offensive manner.
I know, man. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm saying, like, when we talk about, or we give the details on what makes a good woman, we got to compensate. Let's just look at the men on the panel. Like, let's just use me. I might like bigger women. For you to say she's fit, it don't necessarily
But what that got to do
deal
with
breaker
a
or
good
knocker.
woman?
You know what I'm saying? So I think we really got to be real precise with what we call a good woman to compensate for everybody. If we gonna say it's not subjective, you know what I'm saying?
See, and that's the thing though, is that when we talk, I think a lot of the times when we have conversations about who bad women are, most of the time, especially when us as fellas had this conversation, it's always normally surrounded around her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
It's normally always about her behavior. Just like we just had a conversation earlier about old girl that was using that we felt like was using this man for all of this, and she was taking advantage of him. I would consider that a bad woman. I would consider that I'm sure that all of us would consider that a bad bet for any man.
Maybe she's not self-aware. I'm gonna give her the
benefit. You know how you keep giving.
Y'all give the men a benefit of the doubt.
We just gave you a bad woman, and the first thing you tried to do is make her good. You tried to make her good.
I'm trying to be like y'all. You're always good.
Why are you trying to be like us?
Two people to black
he had a bad day. We do gotta switch.
Did we try to make Diddy sound like a good person?
Whoa, now.
Did anybody on this panel try to make Diddy sound like a good person?
Here we go to the extremes.
Why it gotta be extreme? That's a conversation we had.
Diddy, like he at the top of the super predator list. That's who you pick.
But I'm just asking because we've picked.
You like to win. I give it to
I'm just saying. You saying you're accusing us of these things, but what example do you have of that?
Before we had the tape, everybody's like, he got money, ain't nothing gonna happen to him. We don't really care what he did. So yeah, for the majority of people, they just gave him a pass. Did they not?
Most people did not give Diddy a pass. I ain't never seen so many silent people as far as disowning this dude in my life. Nobody picked his side except for nobody except for his son. And what the hell is that dude named? The dude that was on Love and Hip Hop. They're the only two people that spoke up in this dude corner in a bunch of internet trolls. Stevie J. Most people was talking mad cash shit about this dude.
We're getting off
I
track.
think I got one thing I can say that can paint women with a broad brush on being a good woman. If she is simply willing to be led, that's it. She can come fat, she can come bald, whatever. If she's willing to be led, although that means she would accept the changes. You get what I'm saying? That means that, okay, if I lead her in a way, or she's willing to learn and apply the things that she learned to make the relationship compatible. You know what I'm saying? And I think they get rid of the fat shame, and they get rid of the body positivity, they get rid of the braids, the weave, all that other stuff. If she's willing to be led, because I think that's the number one issue. Is a woman, you can't lead them. Like, I think everything else we can deal with. As long as I can lead your ass and get you to do the things that's necessary for the best interest of the relationship, we good to go.
All right, that's a mic drop right there.